Hey everybody. If you can hear me, please let me know because I'm never sure. Hey DL, can you hear me? Okay, awesome. Well, it's early still, so we have a few more minutes before I'm gonna get moving. Can you see the name badge? Hello, goodbye. What? Can you see it? Let's see. I have a couple other ones. Can you read that one? I don't know if it's backwards on screen for you all. Let's see, little Lisa. So that one might, because it's white, you probably can't see it. Never mind. How about our boy Spencer, Mr. Gabriel? Jace. Yeah, fuck him. So we have about one more minute that I'm gonna wait for people to get here because I just wanted to get it started for me on my end because I never know what the hell I'm doing. And I'm still trying to figure out my way around stuff. Plus all the little buttons that you got to click and know where to click. I can't really see them. So I don't want to click the wrong thing. So a few minutes, not a few minutes, like maybe another minute, and then we'll get going. Okay. Do you have your drinks or whatever you need to be ready to be pumped up for this? I have Pepsi and agua. My trainer says if I whatever amount of soda or bad crap that I drink, that I have to pay for it with the exact same amount in water, and I'm supposed to put it in the same vessel that I drank the soda out of or the poison out of, as he put it, and it'll get you in the habit of like if you're drinking it out of the same bottle. I forgot what he said, but his trainer told him the same thing, like drink the damn soda, but add water to the same bottle, cup, jug, gallon thing you drank out of, and then drink an equal amount of water, or you can't have the soda. So you got to pay for it, so to speak. Okay. Actually, I have tap water, so I have Baltimore tap that I froze, and it's thawing out pretty nice, ready for this evening. Forgive me if I seem a little nervous. I actually am not nervous. I just don't feel good. But there was no way I wasn't going to do this tonight. I had to do it. Plus, I'm thinking I'm going to start the story tonight. So, yeah. So, a few more seconds and then I will tell you what I'm up to. And let me find my timer as well. There we go. Okay. All this crap out the way. I'm so excited about how these came out. Like, I can't geek enough about this. I can't. Really excited. What you mean for tonight, or if you just want to work on that project at all, dear? It drives you crazy when you have more than one idea that you want to work on. I know, but it comes down to the hard choice of picking one. You just gotta pick one. Do not be crazy like me, because I have been known to have several tabs up and jumping in and out of stories. And I can't say it hasn't worked for me. It's worked for me in getting a lot of stuff written down, but it doesn't work in getting anything finished. Ultimately, you gotta pick one and then keep going. You know, trust me on that one. That has been my biggest thing in my writing life, is finishing. I got a lot of stuff at 75%. I really do. So then I just picked a couple of those 75 percenters and was like, I lined up in order on which ones I wanted to do. And I got a whole bunch of work just waiting for me now, which kind of also is groovy. So it did work for me. Yeah, not finishing is the demon of the writing world. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead. What time is it? I'm gonna go ahead and get started because I don't want to lose any writing time. So how I want to do this is 15 minutes writing and then 5-minute breaks. That way we're in a 20-minute cycle, 20-minute cycles, just to see how much we can get done. Whatever you do not stress like word counts and stuff like that. The word counts aren't important in this one. What's important is progress. Okay. So we're not doing all that crazy. Oh my God, I got to get 5,000 words today. Even though, yes, I have to get 5,000 words today. I just don't have to do it right now. I don't know why this is locked on my screen. Like, get off on my phone. I'm trying to get to my timer. So my first question for our first 5 minutes, even though, we kind of did go through the 5 minutes already, we don't have to start the show. The first question I have is, what genre and category is your current work in progress in? So, and if it has a title already too. The genre that I'm doing is pretty much erotic paranormal fantasy. And category obviously is adult. The title is encounters. So that's where I'm at. Oh yeah. I'm going to do 5,000 words before I go to bed. I'm just not worrying about any word counts whatsoever doing this. None. Like right now, I am working on getting my notes in order for the write. That will happen until I reach that amount. Wow, why can't I get this off my screen? Oh, it's got me. There you go. Some kind of way my finger hit like the wrong button and I ended up with this crazy ass app. So your category is paranormal romance. I mean, your genre, and then your category is adult. Oh, so you're working on Chronicles of Cagliostro. I cannot wait to read that. I just want to moan Cagliostro, Cagliostro, over and over again because I'm a pervert. I mean, but that has been established, so it's not like it's a secret. Okay, are you ready to start the sprint? Woo! Yes, Lord. Cagliostro. Okay, so 15 minutes on the clock. Let's go. Mm-mm-mm. DL, if you can hear me, remind me to tell you something cool. Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. We might have a surprise guest. Mm. This boy is a mess. Excuse me. Mm-mm. Okay, that's gonna be time. Damn, I was getting into it too. Whew. Okay, we'll come back to your little document. So, how did you do? How did you do? I don't. I would have to go back and retrack it because I was putting in. I was continuing somewhere from where. Oh, you didn't hear anything I said the whole time. I was talking to myself. So, how did you do? The timer literally just went off. Yeah, I mean like seconds ago. 6 seconds ago. I would have to, I'm not sure what I did. I would, because I started writing from something that I left off the count, I would have to do the math, so to speak. Actually, let me see if I can see it. You know, you talking to me now, so you working with a. Okay, let's see. Where I live by. It's a good thing. Like I chart every single solitary thing I do. So I did about a little over 100 words. Give or take. Go down. Yeah, I did about 100. Let me see. Oh my goodness. It's okay. Trust me, when you're 13, you are a girl. You know everything. You know how that goes. But let me see. So, but Data, you missed the first question, which was, let me go dig it back out because, you know. Let me show you how blind I am. I have 3 questions on my page. I have to write this big. So what genre and category is your current whip in? And if you already have the title, what is that? Yeah, I was saying I did a little over 100 for this, but I went back a good ways and was reading up to the point before I started typing. I typed pretty fast, but I barely typed that whole time. Oh, my mom, ooh, she can handle a room. You hear me? I understand. Okay, so that's similar to DL as well, because she does paranormal adult fantasy, and I do Lord knows it's paranormal. Like some of it, I have 2 different categories because it's always fantasy, so it's like either just fantasy or paranormal fantasy with a like erotic element to it sometimes, you know. That's how I roll. Now, which is funny because I always tell people that, and it's always true. Like that is my main place where I work. But the book that I just finished is not in any of those categories. It is a coming of age. It's new adult, and it's coming of age. It doesn't have any magic. Lord Jesus, we couldn't get these kids magic. DL, tell them. Can we give Chase magic? No magic. And like I said, it's a coming of age tale. It is very, very far removed from what I usually do, which is my paranormal. I write a lot of smut, and that's what I'm currently working on right now is a novella. Ooh, The Awakening Love Eternal. That is pretty cool. I like that title, girl. Yes. No, I understand. Look, wait a minute. You know, when I was reaching for name tags to pull out. So, of course, Chase's ass got pulled out first. Because I'm like, you know, because he thinks he's first in everything any damn way. So, yes, it is. And the really cool thing with the stuff that I've been writing is, and I make it my goal. Like I know people, some erotica out there is just for the sole purpose of titillation, period. And I understand that there's a room for it. I am not knocking it. But my goal when I write my stories is to always be able to cut it out. If you literally read my book and got to the sex that is pretty graphic, so to speak, and just wrote they had sex or they made love, the story would still be okay because the story isn't about it being erotic. It just has erotica in it. So, and I always, in fact, most of the times when I'm like for the story I'm writing right now, I am not writing what I like to call the groovy scenes. I am literally writing the story scenes, and I will go back and put the groovy stuff in. So I make sure before there is a lot of, penises and vajayjays, getting excited all over the place, that the stories hold up on their own. So, and I do believe that that is really important, unless the sole purpose of your story is the smut, then have at. So for me, it's important. Story is important. Okay, so I don't want to get too far in. So the second question for you all is, how do you name your characters and your places? What is your method, or what inspires you, or do you just go, eeny, meeny, miny, John? What's your process when you name your characters and when you name your places, especially for you two who have like fantasy stuff? Because then you got to come up probably with original or stuff that you make up on your own, or damn, and then you got to name worlds and planets and those kind of things, realms, and wow. Right, Dana, exactly. That is my goal. That I don't know if everyone can see everyone, but Dana said that her novel, you can take all the sexy out and still have the meat in the stew. Girl, yes, that's how, yes. Look, when I write my original drafts, I always go, I'm writing the meat, and then I got to go add some potatoes and maybe some gravy over all that. And sometimes you get dessert depending on what kind of a story it is. But that's how I roll with that one. So in dreams, really. So Dana, most of my main characters' names come to me in dreams, but the second string of characters, I use name generators. I use name generators when I'm working on some fantasy stuff sometime, that I like I don't usually get stuck on names, but if I do, I'll do a name generator to do a placeholder name, and then so I can keep working. I love name generators. See, the editors have to get with the program. It is a recipe. It is a meal. My editor, talking about editors, my editor is so mad with me right now. Oh my goodness. I'm getting back some of my notes from him, and it is like, as far as grammar goes, it is like see dig run kind of mistakes. He's like, really? Really? The funniest thing I got so far, I was talking about this yesterday on the stream, was when I got a whole paragraph email, and I mean like this big, and it was like 50,000 other ways to say smile big. Because like I think every page I had it like 2 or 3 times. He smiled big, she smiled big, blah 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 blah. And it was the first draft. I didn't, No, I overused it. I did. But people were smiling a lot. So I got a lot of that to fix. But it's an easy fix. I mean, if I do if I do a search on the word smile, which will come up 20,000 times in my 300 and some page novel, I can just go in there and go, okay, change this. It will take me an hour, if that, to fix that. So I'm not mad. Girl, yeah. I will. You don't need it. No, you don't need to get a thesaurus. What you could do is, if you do a search on a word, And I do a search, and I do a crush kill destroy thing every novel I write. If you do a search on the particular word, all you can do is right click on it, and the synonyms can come up, and it'll give you ideas of what you can change it to. But don't get too into it. Sometimes the word that you chose is the right word, even if you did use it a couple times too many. My main thing that I do that is absolutely wrong, and I make sure I do kill, is the word just when it's not in dialogue. So whenever I'm typing, and then I'll make up a terrible sentence like, he just walked down the hall. Well, why can't he walk down the hall? He doesn't just walk down the hall. But when people use it in speech, so I leave it alone in my dialogue. But when it is in anywhere else in my book, I kill it. Kill it. I'll do a search on just, and trust me, I overuse that word. I overuse it. Every time I see my document light up with, the 8 billion just, I go, oh, Aphrodite. But I don't edit myself while I type. I go back and pull it. It is so easy to pull. So, you know what I mean? You got to do it that way. So wait, DL, did you say how you name your characters and your towns and your species and all that kind of stuff? I didn't see it. Wait a minute. Okay, my character name is made up. I tend to find names and find the character personality and background. Yeah. What I do is, I'll give you an example. And this is some corny shit, so stay with me on this. For this particular story that I'm writing right now, it is basically 7 different fairy tales that I'm twisting. So since the story itself doesn't have any magic and fantasy in it, it's still real life people, I wanted to make sure I gave nods to the fairy tales. So for the Frog Prince story, now, I mean, of course, he's not a frog that needs to be kissed and turned back into a prince. But I still wanted you to know that that's who he was when you were reading it. So I named him Sage. I warned you that it would be corny. Sage Marshall, but they call him Marsh, because you got to be green, you got to be in a marsh with a frog, that kind of thing. He works in a bar called Lily's Pad. I kid you not. So I did it that way. That's how he got that name, Sage Marshall. Plus, I did want his last name to kind of sound rich, because he's a Playboy billionaire who lost it all. So he was from the Marshall Empire kind of thing. And then for my 3 bears, well, they're not actually bears, they're 3 men. But, like a group of bears are called a mall. So I made sure that I have mall in their last name. And then bears are Ursa or Ursus or Ursus. So I looked up in every language that I could find how people say bear. And I wanted to have a Prince bear. So I found that it's Armel. I believe it was Armel Ursus. Then a polar bear, so I got Nanook, which means polar bear. And then I found little bear or baby bear, depending on who you ask. And it was Orson, believe it or not. It was Orson. So that's how they got their names. So I always, no matter what I do, I don't care if it's the least little bit, little character. There's no character who has a name that doesn't have it for an absolute reason. Absolute reason. I toil over it, but it's fun toil. So I think, we killed that 5 minutes, guys. So let's get ready to do 15. You guys ready to do another sprint? Yeah, if my editor saw my live stream, he'd probably kill me too. It's like, what do you mean you started another story? Right. So, all right, guys, I'm going to hit the button. You ready to go? 15 minutes. Boy. Hmm. Oh, okay. That's it, guys. It for some reason gave us an extra 6 seconds, which was I'm not mad. How'd you guys do? I think I got another page in. I'm working a little slow because I keep laughing at some of the stuff I'm writing. Okay, you said you did okay? Good, good, good. All progress is great. All progress is great. If you only did one word, you didn't have one word before. So that's fantastic. I'm a firm believer in having something to edit as opposed to still dreaming about something or thinking about it or wanting to do it. Do it, fuck it up. Do it crazy the first time. Rewrite it afterwards. 378. Oh my God, you are killing it. You are killing it. I don't think I made it that high. I think on my page, I might have got like close to 3. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I was, oh my God. I, the stuff that the part that I was writing right now was just funny because the guy, he's so in love and he wants to say all these things and he can't get it out right. So he's saying stuff that's like double entendre, but she's taking it as the sexy stuff that's not what he's trying to say. Oh right, girl. I can't wait to read it. You know what, Dana, if you need a reader, let me know. Let me know. We'll help each other out in this because can't have enough people helping you out. Believe me, I know. So what's wrong with the baby? She don't want to be she don't want you to be preoccupied, DL. Oh, you did 215 words in 15 minutes with a 2-year-old? That's called superstardom. And I do remember holding babies on my shoulder and pecking away with one finger. I recall those days, believe me. Oh my goodness. Oh, okay, awesome. I love when that happens. I literally, I literally started this story. I kid you not, as a joke. And when I say joke, like it wasn't. I started it as something I wasn't serious about. It was going to be an experiment because I have a book that's coming out. That's going to be coming out in 2019 in April, which will be my first actual novel. But I realized from all the knowing how to write stuff, I did not know all the business stuff with experience. And what I mean by that is I know a lot of stuff to do, but I have not actually done it. So I've read everything there is to read about how to publish on Amazon and how to start your own publishing company and everything there is to do on the business side of it. And I don't want my novel to be the practice. So I decided to write this story Not that I was going to say, oh, it was going to be horrible. I still wanted it to be an okay story, but it wasn't something that I was like so invested in. It was more like, see what flaws you're going to hit, see what problems you're going to come up with when you try to upload something, see what's going to happen when you work with this artist, kind of thing. And now I'm finding myself all into the groove of it. So I understand. I love when that happens. I got you. I really understand what you mean by that. Oh, right. Yeah. Oh, please. I raised my only biological son by myself. All of my nieces and nephews were always there because I was always the one where the kids got dropped off. And I am not, I wrote in between them. I wrote nap time, then I would steal some time. And just like we're doing the sprints now, I was sprinting my whole writing career for 25 years, really. So, yeah, I get it. When I was at work, I would go to whenever it would be lunchtime. I wouldn't go take lunch. I would nibble on whatever the hell I had and type what I could get in. When it was people were going smoke breaks, I was typing what I could get in. I was always sprinting. I was always writing. And it pisses me off too when people, because I'm retired now, but I still work. I get more time that I can dedicate to writing, but I don't have any more time than I ever did. We still only get those 24 fucking hours. You know what I mean? So when it pisses me off when people go, oh, well, you're retired. You can work every day and this, that, and the third. I worked every day when I wasn't retired. So get out of my face with that. I worked there was not, if I had a free moment, I took it. Because when it comes down to writing, and it would come down to anything, it doesn't have to be writing, it could be art, it could be whatever it is you want to do. When it comes down to it, you will never find the time. I can't drill that enough. You're never going to find it. The gods gave us 24 hours to work with, and that is all there is. You have to take the time. You have to make the time. Period. Otherwise, nothing is going to happen. Again, I am so grateful for those all this manuscript buildup that I have, because I don't have any more extra time now, but I've learned that to stop doing things a certain way and to manage the little bit of time that I do have so that it's more productive. I wrote Shattered in 2.5 months. How long do you think I've been working on Shattered, though, before I actually said, you know what, I'm going to write this book? And I started with chapter 1, sentence 1. And when was it, DL? Was it May? I think it was May when I started it. June, July. Yeah, because all of May, all of June, part of July. Yeah, so I started in May. I've been thinking about this book and dreaming about this book and working on characters and writing bios and doing this, that, and the third, and all these other good, happy stuff. That is nothing wrong with it, but it was not me writing that damn book. It was not, it was May. So, let me see. I hate that too. So many husband terminal illness. Oh my goodness. My son is autistic and I have a daughter who has her own issues. Always telling me how lucky I am not to have to work. Why do people say that? Why do people think that because you don't work for somebody else that you don't work? People who don't work for other people work friggin' harder. DL, ringing on that. How many businesses do you run? How much friggin' work do you do? And you have a 2-year-old, and you have a mama that you help out, and you run a household too. People kill me with that crap. They kill me with it. I had it easier when I worked for somebody else. I had somewhere to escape to. I had money and insurances that was covered without me having to do it. Come on now. People say that to you, Dana. Don't cuss like I do, because I do have a bit of a potty mouth. But tell them where to get off. Don't even explain, because people like that don't get it. They don't get it because they think if you're home or you work from home or you're a mom or a caretaker, that because you don't have to cross your door sill, that you do less. You do 10 times more. You have a bigger heart. When those people who go out and then have to come back and they get to chill, they get to, their wife or their husband or their partner gets to make them something to eat. You still had to do all that stuff before they got there. People, please, I hate that so much. I hate that so much. I really do. I really do. It drives me batshit crazy. We can go off on a tangent on that all day. Right, right. And right. But how about this? I know that you work harder, DL, now, excuse me, with your businesses than you did working for somebody at Kinko's or wherever. I don't know where you used to work, but you know what I mean by that. Ever. Not that you didn't give your all, not that you didn't dedicate yourself to doing what you had to do, not that you were not 100% professional the whole time, but that didn't have anything to do with your passion. And it definitely didn't have anything to do with your true livelihood, because you know what you were going to be moving to next. So, yes, please. Right, it is ignorance. You hit nail on the head. Ignorance, and ignorance doesn't mean that you're necessarily that you're dumb or stupid, but that you just don't know. And people who are ignorant need to keep their mouth shut and stop proving it. Right. You know what? Once I actually retired, and I retired when I was 49, 49, 50, around that time. So when I first retired, I thought, well, I can go on a couple additional vacations. I went on one vacation since I've been retired. One. And the only reason that happened is because my friend took me, and it was only for 4 days. So for almost 60 years of me being a citizen, I've been on one vacation. Tell them people they can get off, okay? Tell them where they can go. I got my grandbaby. He'll tell you where you can go. That boy got a mouth. I tell you what. I have a third question for you all. Wait a minute, what? Right, and it's work every day, and you never get to walk away from your work. Whereas when you working for somebody else, when you punched out, you were done until you got back. You don't ever really punch out of your job, because there's always something else to do, and it's always the next thing to think of, and it's always the next client to procure, that kind of stuff, And then preaching to the choir, I know. But here you go for the third question before we do our last sprint. Unless you guys aren't tired, and we can do a one more sprint, but this is supposed to be the last sprint. What inspired you to write this particular story? This one. Now, I did talk briefly, or maybe not so briefly, on what inspired me to write this one. And it's just really simple. I am getting close to being published, and I'm scared. I'm scared that I'm going to screw up. And the last thing that I want to do is screw up on my big baby. So I decided to make a little baby. And not that I care about it less, but if I screw up, I feel like I can fix and get all the kinks out before I have to go deal with the big baby. Because of the nature of this story, and since it's so dissimilar to the one that's coming out that actually has my name on it, I changed the name for this one to my alter ego bad girl name. So this one will be from Minx Kenosha. And I've used that name whenever I write whenever I write smutty stuff or smuttier stuff, or if it's graphic, sex and or violence in it in any way, I do not use Aphrodite Lee. My mother would kill me. She would kill me. So I use Minx Kenosha. And I got DL. You want to know where I got the name Minx from? I always have a story, don't I? I better not say. But how about this? It's a barista boy we both know. Let's just put it that way. But so I have Minx, and I don't remember what Kenosha means. But when I was looking for the name, I don't remember. That's how long I've had it because I don't even remember what I needed it to mean. But it means I don't remember, so I don't want to keep you on that. But I'll explain it, but I cannot do it on this. But yeah, minxes are soft and sexy and all that other stuff, and I just was told certain things. So I use my soft, sexy name when I'm writing my smuttier stuff. Ooh, your hero is. Wait a minute. You wanted the hero to be the leading lady? Wait, explain to me what you mean by that, Dana. That sounds interesting. I'm always down for a leading lady hero. I love when they have characters who are rounded, like they are sexy and they are this knit, but they are badass and yeah, they hurt and I love humans who behave humanly in crazy situations. So yeah, I get that. But that was what inspired me to do this particular tale, is that I want to do a run of the publishing end of it without it being tested on my baby. Oh yes, girl, yeah. My in my book that's come, because this book doesn't have anything with saving or nothing like that. In my book Shattered that's coming out, my lead saves herself, and she doesn't have a choice but to. But if she had a choice, she would still save herself. She's pretty, well, actually, she's pretty stubborn. So sometimes stubborn can work against you, because even one of her instructors told her it's okay to ask for help. She ain't that kind of girl. So she kind of has that kind of stubborn streak. But yeah, she handles her business. And considering all the really truly fucked up, painful things that she is going through, especially at her age, she handles it relatively well. She doesn't make all the right decisions per se, but she's also a kid in a lot of pain. So I feel like she made the educated decision based on everything she was at that point in her life. Oh, girl. Oh, Dana, please, girl, I can't wait to read this book. I am so proud of my writing goddesses. You guys, I can't explain to you. I'm gonna try not to cry right now. I cannot explain to you how friggin' alone I felt for so long. This is the first year that I have not felt alone. So this is so great. What? I know that's right. Wait a minute. I actually knew what you meant too. I don't know why. Yeah, typing on these little chat things, I usually screw them up too. Next time, if I can do a scheduled stream, if you guys want, I can just hook you in so we can actually talk to each other instead of type at each other. And we can just hook it in together, and then other people can join us. Oh, don't feel bad. Because of how fast I type, I, I always end up typing. This is the worst thing. I always end up typing words that actually exist, so it doesn't autocorrect it or give me the red line saying I misspelled it. So I don't always catch it. Drives me friggin' crazy. Yeah, I'll definitely do that. Dana, you subscribe to me? Let me see if I can do it. I don't know if I can do it from here. Hold on. Yeah, it won't let me. It won't let me go anywhere. I'm pretty sure I'm subscribed to you, and we'll find each other and we'll work out a time. My Twitter is the same as my name. I kept everything at my name because I didn't like. I wanted to be cute and fancy, but I was like, your name is already stupid. Just stick with it. So my Twitter is Aphrodite Lee. Find me there and inbox me, and then we'll talk about syncing up sometimes because I can reschedule some stuff when I need to if for a better time with you. Same for you too, DL. If you want us to do this together one night, we got this. Okay, make sure I'm really super blind. And like I say that, but I am not kidding. Like I can't see very well. Like I have to do a whole bunch of magical stuff to my computer screen just to read stuff. So if you're not on my message me in Twitter. That'll be the easiest way. If you message me in Twitter, then I can click if I haven't already clicked, and then we'll figure it out. And DL, you know I got you. Just so anyone here, if anyone's lurking, I think it's just us. But DL is first of all, like the best person in the world. Like I feel like she's my daughter. She is also a beta for my stuff. She goes through the torturous stuff of reading my stuff when it's still really raw. So we are definitely we will help each other out. I am a firm believer in this community. Firm believer in writing and books is the one thing that's never competitive because you can't have too many books. It's not like in other parts where we can only have 100 this year and that's it. It's not that way. You can have 1,000 this day. So that's the other thing I really, really love about writing. And that's what I love about writers because we do tend to stick together and help each other. Oh, thank you. Look, you don't know though. I feel so bad sometimes when I'm sending you stuff. Like I'll send you something and I'll be like, I'll hit send and go, oh dear God, why did I do that? She's gonna be like, what is wrong with you, girl? Get some therapy. No one does that. So I'm always nervous. I'm always super nervous when I send anybody anything. So I appreciate that. I really do. I really do. No, I know people say that, but I really do. For a long time, I was the only one who knew who Spencer Caprio was. No one else knew. And then you came along. So I thank you. I love you so much. So, guys, you ready for one more? Let me know. Okay. Oh. Okay, Dana, you ready? DL, you ready? Let's do this. Go. 15 minutes. Wow. Guys, I'm gonna mute my microphone for a second so that you don't have to hear me banging at this typewriter. Cause I'm about to go for it. Hold on. Oh my goodness. I don't know why it makes me jump. All right, guys. That was 15. Oh my goodness. What I rocked on. Y'all hear me? Let's see. So how'd you guys do? Hey Billy. Boy, cut it out. Don't be calling me sexy. If you knew the stuff I was writing right now. Oh my God. So how'd you guys do? I'm pretty sure at this point I hit about 1,000. Who is this? Are you writing, Billy? Oh, you want to talk about some madness, Mr. B? I made your favorite the other day, and you weren't here to eat it. Ate it all by myself. It is, well, you would say it was nasty. It is a sensual story. What are you writing, Billy? You're not writing. You're lurking. 329. So what, Dana? What's that total count? You're at a ground too, right? A grand too. Billy, it's ladies in the group. Watch your mouth. They don't know that you're actually talking about food. So yeah, because I think Dana, your all of your counts were at in 3, so you're at least $1,000, if not close to it. Dang, DL, y'all are killing it today. See, this is my warriors. So what's your last count, DL? Do you know what your total count is for all 3 sprints? I don't know my total, excuse me, but it's definitely um about 1,000 altogether, not at one time. Billy, if you come over, I will make you some more. And you ain't gotta lick the bowl, you can take the bowl with you. Which story, DL? 800 words on which story? Because you didn't tell me which one what you definitely settled on. If it was the Cagliostro or the dragonflies. 939. Yes, I'm saying, y'all. Just imagine if you once a week even that total was happening. Every week you were 1,000 words further in. In 20 weeks, you have 20,000 words. It's all about the journey. It's all about the journey. Oh, the Chronicles of Cagliostro. Oh, okay. I want a date with Cagliostro. Can I have a cameo in the book, The Bee with Cagliostro? I'm just saying. A girl needs some Cagliostro. I want to moan out Cagliostro. Cagliostro. Is that Greek or Italian? You guys were killing it tonight. I still have probably like 4,000 more words to write before I go to bed. See, and I think that's one of the great things about NaNoWriMo. I don't participate in NaNoWriMo, and it's not because I have something against it. Has nothing to do. It's because I write every day already. So I don't do the camps and then the November NaNoWriMo because no matter what, I'm already doing those things. But I love the fact that NaNoWriMo sets fires under people. I love that. And it shows you that if you make something a habit, that that's what makes things move along. Plus, it shows you that you can make the time, that you can take the time, and you'll have those windows like, well, what about that half hour that I watch Netflix that I can just dedicate to writing? I love that. I love that aspect of it. Now I used to participate in NaNoWriMo because of all the perks and stuff that you win. Plus, I like to get those little certificates at the end where you get to have your name on. Because who doesn't want an award, right? Who doesn't want that? Excuse me. The soda is getting to me. Oh, Italian. My people. Oh, hold on. Let me take the glasses off. You see this Roman nose? Yeah. My people are Roman. So Rome. This is my first nano. And I'm ready to build a habit. Right. Don't get discouraged about word counts, because the truth of the matter is it isn't easy to write 50,000 words in 30 days or 31 days. I don't know how many days it is. I think it's 30. It isn't that easy. I mean, you still got to write close to 2,000 words every single day to reach 50. So don't let that get discouraging as far as the counts go. But every day, if you write, as far as I'm concerned, you won. Because if you write 10,000 words today and 100 words the next day, you won. I don't care. Yeah, you do get to have bragging rights. I remember, I think the last time I did it was like 2 years ago, and I posted my certificates all over Facebook. And, nobody cared about me though. Right, right. Yeah. Right. And see, that's again, like I wasn't like most of my friends are doing, my tribe friends, the writer tribe are doing nano. Like everybody is on fire right now. Some people are getting stressed about it though, but everybody's on fire. So I just been joining in with everybody while they're writing because I'm going to be doing it anyway. So I said, let me go hang out. Then I said, well, no one said they had any writing thing for tonight. And I said, well, I'll do one for tonight. But it's like technically the first one, so I didn't expect a lot of people to show up, but I'm glad I got you guys, because I would have been sitting here this whole time talking to myself. Not that I don't already do that. And see, Dana, right? That's just it. That's perfect. That's just perfect. So DL, do you plan on doing nano ever, like in the future? I may consider it. I don't see my writing stuff slowing down right now. And it would, like, if next year rolls not if, it's going to. When next year rolls around, I'll have 2 books out of doing by that time. So I don't know if I'm going to be in writing mode or publishing business hat mode at that time. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I hope that, in all honesty, by next November, I can take a month off from writing. Now, I have never done it, so we'll see if I can pull that off. I've never not wrote, so we'll see. I want to be able to, if the characters would shut the hell up and stop screaming at me about what they want to say, I could take a break. Right, and that's the thing, like, if nano is a fantastic catalyst if you're starting out and beginning and trying to do something. But if you actually, let's say for instance, my one friend, he did nano 2 years ago, and the book that he did in nano is now the book that he's getting ready to publish. So I'm going to assume, because everybody's writing world and writing process is different, I'm going to assume next year he may not have the time to participate in nano, because if he's publishing next year and then he's doing all the stuff that goes along with it, he might be a little caught up. Yeah, see, you're like me. Your process is like we're freaking twins, DL. I have so many works in like. Hold on, let me. I have 7 windows up, and one of them is this one. If I'm not doing research for one, I'm outlining another one and writing in some notes for a different one. And this one, the one that I'm going to start writing, I really want to start writing it tonight, but I also kind of don't feel good, and I don't like that kind of energy in like I usually don't feel good, don't get me wrong, but this is a different kind of don't feel good. Like I really feel like I need to chill out for a little while. So I may not start it tonight. I may start it tomorrow. But I feel like I can. How long have I been talking about this one? Like 2 or 3 weeks. So I feel like I can start it tomorrow. So, oh, Dana, I'm saying get with your editor. That happened to me last night while I was trying to stream with someone else. That my editor was messaging me back and forth, and it was like getting too hard to do both. Handle your business, girl. Message me on Twitter. We'll figure out whatever we got to do so that we can do another stream where we can actually be on together and talk to each other. And to me, I don't have to strain my eyes to read. I know. I can't wait till my editor just gave me this book is 16 chapters. My editor just gave me 9 of them back. So, what's that? 7 left. Oh, yeah, and sub each other. Yes, that's the other thing. I think most of the people who are following me are tribe members. I don't have a lot of followers who are fans, and that's fine with me because that'll come in time. I have like 4 people who read the book, so I don't expect to have fans following. Good night, Dana. Good night. I can't wait to read your stuff, girl. So DL, that was supposed to be the last sprint. If you want to do another sprint, we can, but I don't think we don't need to do it like this unless you want to, because I'm down. Because I'm not. I gotta write at least a few more notes before I go to bed anyway. You tell me if you want to stay on the stream or not. Because we went way over. We were supposed to be on like an hour and 15 minutes. It's an hour 45. We talk too much. Okay, cool. All right, so I don't have a 4th question, but that I practiced for, because again, it was supposed to be 3 questions, 3 sprints. But who is your most dastardly, devious character in your current work in progress? Who is a motherfucking son bitch in your work in progress? For mine, there are these we're gonna just for lack of spoiler, just say that they're aliens. Okay, so mine are these aliens who pretty much have abducted the character who is my name Aphrodite, who's abducted her and put her on trial for basically like the 7 erotic sins. And she's on trial and she has no idea who or what they are. It's like disembodied voices. She has no idea. And they're pretty friggin' ignorant and rude to her. So that's the closest we come to a bad guy, because this story really isn't about good and bad. It's basically what do you call that? It's quest. It's more like a quest, but it's a forced quest. It's not something that she would have done on her own. If she would have had her way, she'd be back at her suite with her friends, because she was having a pajama party with her friends. That's where she would be instead of this quest. What's the name? Okay, that would be Cagliostro's sister. She is twisted and brings some fucked up shit to the table. Ooh, you didn't tell me there was siblings. This is the first I'm hearing about a sibling. Okay. I can't wait to hear this shit. And Cagliostro, he's of the vampire, if I do remember correctly. So they can have all kinds of sisters. Vampire. Oh, so you got 2 assholes, girl. Okay. I'm down for it. I love a damn group of assholes. Okay. Is he Chase level asshole? Confused and fucked up in the head? Or Baron level asshole? Just me. I'm so mad that that's a scale. Oh my goodness. I love Twisted Family, man. I tell you. Oh, don't come. Oh, I don't want to meet the MFer who is a combination of Chase and Barron. That's like Chase and Barron got together and had a child, so they got a sociopath and a psychopath. Why? No, not alone in the room with that fool. All right, so let's get we're at 1:49. Let's do a 10-minute one so we can burn out the last 10 minutes. You down with that? Huh? You want to do? We got 10 minutes before the hour closes out. So let's do that. And okay, you ready? Go. Oh my goodness. Okay, that will be time. I don't even know what I did. I'm on an altogether different page. So I started off and that can't be right. There's no way I wrote that much. There's no way I wrote that much. 83. Um, wow, okay. This has been a very productive evening. So I am going to say my last little good nights for this because it lasted a half hour longer than it was supposed to, which is a good thing because that means that we got a good amount of writing in. So I'm proud of you guys. I'm proud of me. We gotta keep doing this. This has got to be a thing. Not just for the month of November, but forever and ever, 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 ever. So good night all. Happy writing. See you next time. I should say, you know what to do.